We present Anything Legal by Wally K. Daly, starring Donald Hewlett and Michael Knowles, with special guest Douglas Blackwell.
We got a business.
George.
Go to office. We'll make our fortune.
George, please.
Oh, yes, Charles?
Stop it this instant.
Stop it?
Yes.
What it, Charles?
This it. Etc., etc.
Oh, yes. I can't help it, I'm afraid.
But everyone's looking.
Sorry, it's just restrained excitement.
You call this restrained? You're jiggling from foot to foot with the alacrity of a demented marmoset.
I'm sorry, Charles, but I simply cannot help it. Our very first day as our very own bosses in our very own office, running our very own business.
Exactly. And in such circumstances, restrained enthusiasm, the true meaning of the word restrained, would be much more in keeping with our new image. Calm, courteous, and cool. Your boop-a-doop-doop-doop and leaping from one foot to the other, like a budgie with chilblains, is just not on.
Sorry, Charles. I'll try to bear that in mind. No more boop-a-doop.
Good. Decorum, that's the answer. Still jiggling, George.
Am I?
Are you sure you don't want to go somewhere? If so, go now. The 8:15's non-corridor.
No, it's not that. They seem to have a life of their own this morning. My feet, that is.
I'm glad it's only your feet.
If only our train would be on time today. It could chug us off to our new career.
You said they didn't anymore.
Didn't?
Trains.
What?
Chug.
Chug?
Yes, you said they didn't.
Did I?
Yes.
Well, romantic license.
What on earth is the connection between chug and a wedding certificate?
Wedding certificate?
Romantic license.
Oh, no. Not that sort of romantic license, Charles. Flight of fancy romantic license.
Oh, that sort.
That's the one. Sunshine smiling, little puffs of cloud like cotton wool balls pinned against a peerless blue sky. And our sturdy little train, whoo-wee, to view round the track, dead on time.
Oh, sure, that's going a bit far, even for romantic fiction. Isn't it, George?
What?
Our train dead on time.
Yes, you could be right. No, look.
Good Lord, how amazing. It's dead on time.
An omen, that's what it is, Charles, an omen. Our new career underway with a miracle. It's heaven sent.
No, it isn't. It comes from working. Right, come on, George. Leap aboard. Let's get underway to our new career.
Oh, no. Hold the train for 2 minutes, Charles.
Why? What is it?
I simply must dash to the little boy's room.
So, there we have it, George.
We most certainly have, Charles.
Our very own office telephone.
Yes. Looks a bit lonely, though, sitting in the centre of the desk all by itself.
Well, we'll get it a typewriter soon to keep it company.
Good thinking. Lovely colour.
Oh, without a doubt. Perfect, absolutely perfect.
I always find red a rather thrusting colour, don't you?
It isn't red, it's green.
Exactly. Green's perfect. Matches our new coffee mugs exactly.
That wasn't why we chose green, George.
Of course not. I do realise that. Just mentioned in passing that, coincidentally, it matched our mugs.
Oh, good.
By the way, Charles, why did we pick a green telephone?
Because it fits in with our corporate image, George. The general air of quiet efficiency we wish to establish in this, our very first business venture together.
Of course.
Green, as you know, stands for calm, courteous, and cool. In the unwritten managerial colour code, that is.
Does it really?
Oh, yes.
Ah, and red?
Oh, flibbity-gibbity, frivolous, fly-by-night wouldn't do it all.
Goodness dear. Do you think it'll ever actually ring?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, the ad was in the paper last evening. Anything legal plus the number, so there's not a lot more we can do apart from sit back and wait hopefully for a diversity of projects to come flooding in.
On our new green phone?
Exactly.
Sitting as it is on the desk?
That's the one.
You don't think it will be better the other way round?
I beg your pardon?
With the advert in the evening paper. Anything legal plus the number.
Well, what about it?
Well, don't you think it would be slightly more dynamic, that being the image we want to project, along with the courteous, caring, cool thing, etc., etc., if it was totally reversed? Done, as it were, the other way round, in fact.
You've gone all conversationally fuzzy, George.
Have I?
Yes, the words are coming out individually as clear as a bell, but when they line up in my orifices as potential sentences, they're simply not making any sort of sense at all. I mean, how can you reverse the other way around?
Sorry, I'll try again.
Good fellow, be as well. If we're going to be in partnership together for any length of time, George, best ensure we have reasonable lines of communication open between us and a modicum of comprehension in our everyday enumerations. Would, I imagine, be quite useful.
Pardon?
Help if we understand each other.
But of course. What was I saying?
Oh, Lord alone knows, George. Total gibberish as far as I can make out.
I remember the advert.
Ah, the advert.
Would it, on balance, have been better, rather than saying anything legal, ring 1234, etc., to say 1234 for anything legal?
That's not our number, George.
I didn't mean put 1234, etc. in. I was using that number as an example, not knowing our own number.
It's in front of you, a little round disc beneath the plastic. 838-2684.
But of course. So what do you think?
Of what?
My idea.
What idea?
Ring 838-2684 for anything legal, rather than anything legal, ring 838-2684.
No. I think the present ad seems quite adequate for its purpose. Anything legal, ring, what have you, should get people moving.
But we haven't had a phone call yet.
Yes, that's a good point. Look, if it doesn't get a reaction by tomorrow, we'll change the wording round to what you suggest.
Fine. Might be better, come to that.
Look, I have agreed, George. There's no need to gloat.
Sorry, Charles. Nice of them to come so quickly, though.
Who?
Telephone engineers.
Oh, them.
Yes.
All part of their new image.
Dynamic and thrusting.
They're the ones.
Still, credit where credit's due. They were very speedy. Ordered yesterday and here today.
Well, if it doesn't ring soon, it'll be here today and gone tomorrow.
I wonder if it does actually ring. Not by any chance out of order or anything.
Well, we could find out. Just pick it up. Dial 3 digits. Put it down. And...
It's ringing, Charles. Don't panic, don't panic. I'll get it.
George!
Hello, anything legal? Help, I can you.
George!
Good Lord, there's no one there. Just a dialing tone.
George!
Yes?
I made it ring.
You? But how
Well, I
on earth...
watched the engineer yesterday when he tested the phone after installing it. He dialed 3 digits, put it down, and it rang. I simply remembered the digits that he dialed, and did likewise. Observe.
Gosh.
And while we're on the subject, George, I think we don't grab the phone as soon as it starts ringing, as you did then, and scream at it in panic.
Sorry about that.
No, we let it ring 3 times, then we pick it up, and quietly and confidently we say, hello? Anything legal? Can I help you? You see?
I say, that was awfully good.
That's very nice of you to mention it.
What a terribly good telephone man you've got, Charles. I had no idea.
Oh, it's just practice, George. You try it.
Can I? Of course, super. Does it ring 3 times? Pick it up. Hello. Anything legal? Can I help you? There now, how was that, Charles?
Fine. There's just one small point. You may have noticed, between me saying, would you like to try, and the phone ringing, I didn't actually dial the necessary 3 digits to make it ring.
Oh, Lord, how amazing. And it still rang.
No. It's not so amazing, George. That was obviously our very first customer, and you just slammed the phone down on him.
Oh, gosh, no.
Yes, I'm afraid so. Still, fingers crossed, chances are they'll ring again. Ah, here we go, George. Cool, calm, very collected. Remember the wartime spirit.
I'll do my best, Major.
Good chap. I knew I could count on you when the pressure was on.
Hello. Anything legal? Can I help you? Ah. Oh, yes. Yes, I see. Uh-huh. Well, no, actually, not my line of country at all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, my wife isn't too keen on that sort of thing either. Particularly with someone she hasn't met socially. Well, to be honest, it wouldn't make a great deal of difference how charming the young man was whose arms she was in. You see, she does get headaches. So it's not really on. Lying down would be all right, but standing up, occasionally on the one leg, just isn't on. Not with her headaches. Oh, as a matter of interest, how much would I actually have to pay the young man? Oh, fees direct to the management. How sensible. How much? £50. Well, it seems quite reasonable for 5 goes. And you say the first one's free to make sure she and the young chap are suited. Well, very well, I will put it to her. But being honest, what with her headaches and the fact he presumably does it to music... Oh, by the way, would there be any additional charge if I decided to come along and watch? No, I definitely wouldn't want to join in. As I say, not my sort of thing at all. But no charge. Good. Well, I'll be in touch. Bye. Right. So where were we, Charles? Oh, yes. You were showing me the preferred method of taking a phone call. You all right, Charles? You look a little pallid.
Pallid? Of course I'm pallid. What on earth was all that about?
What?
That. Your Hillary in the arms of some young chap doing it on one leg to music and paying £50 for it, and then watching.
Oh, no, I don't think I'll watch if she decides to go ahead. Can be a bit off-putting, that sort of thing. Seeing a grown person, or an overgrown person, in the arms of some poor instructor.
An instructor?
Yes, that was the telephone salesman from the local school of ballroom dancing. Thought I might like some lessons.
So that's what it was, a dancing school.
But what else could it possibly have been?
Oh, nothing, George. I was just wondering. I didn't stop to think.
Still, at least we know the phone's working.
Yes, indeed.
Just 3 times, and I'll take it.
Right.
Charles?
George?
What do we do now?
Well, there's not a lot we can do, except wait to see if they ring again.
Perhaps we should have picked it up the first ring.
No, it's not good for the image. Would have looked as though we were perched over the phone waiting for it to ring.
But we are perched over the phone waiting for it to ring.
Yes, but nobody knows that except us.
True. But perhaps we should just let it ring twice today, as it's our first day.
Good thinking. I'll get it this time. Hello? Anything legal? Oh, damn, they've gone. They're impatient devils, whoever they are.
Hyperactive, perhaps.
Yes, you could be right. Either that or painfully shy.
If it by any chance rings again, should we just, for once, let it ring just the once if it rings again, perhaps?
Right. Let's stand by to snatch it up. Stand by. Go! Hello? Hello? Anything Hello? Nothing. Just the dialing tone.
It could be a message, of course.
A message?
Yes, you know. I'm ringing from the phone box at the station. Be home in half an hour, darling. Get my slippers by the fire, pour the sherry, and put the casserole on to cook, sort of thing.
Are you feeling all right today, George?
All right.
Yes, you're not going quietly potty or anything, are you?
I don't think so.
Oh, good. For one dreadful second, I thought the fact you'd been made redundant and forced to go into business with me might have unhinged your poor, tired brain slightly.
What on earth made you think that, Charles?
Well, it was I'm ringing from the phone box at the station, darling. Slippers, sherry, casserole on to cook, probably.
Oh, that. But don't you see what I mean?
No. Being perfectly frank and honest, George, I haven't the foggiest idea. You've gone all conversationally hazy on me again.
Clear as a pikestaff. One ring on the phone can mean anything you want it to mean to a person in the know, and you don't have to waste money actually phoning properly, i.e., putting money in the slot after the pips. Now, for instance, if you wanted to let Marjorie know you were about to get on the train, you give her 1 ting. And if you just missed it, you give her 2.
But she knows what time I get on the train, and I never miss it. I'm as regular as prunes.
It's just an example. A sort of things can mean anything to anyone, depending on what's been agreed.
Different things to different people, as the Irish would say.
They really?
What?
Mean different things to the Irish.
Oh, I've no idea. Right, you were saying?
Well, I mean, if one's mistress wanted to say good night to one without upsetting one's lady wife, she could do so by giving one a friendly ting.
George, I don't believe it. What a dreadful admission for you to make after all these years.
What admission?
That you've got a mistress.
Gosh, what an awful thing to suggest.
Well, you started it. If one's mistress wants to say good night, you said?
I meant one's mistress generally.
Not specifically.
Good Lord, no.
Ah, I see, generally. Thank goodness for that.
Shall I, Charles?
No, just ignore it. They'll ring off after a few rings.
Fine. It's going on ringing.
Well, give it 2 more rings. And if it doesn't stop, you can pick it up. How's that?
Fine.
1, 2. Off you go.
Hello. Anything legal? Can I help you? Hello? Anyone there? Charles? This is decidedly strange.
What?
Heavy breathing.
What? Let me listen.
What do you make of it, Charles?
What?
Well?
Damn it. That's all we need to make our day. Our very first dirty phone call.
Boop, be-doop, be-doop, be-doop.
George.
Sorry.
What time is it?
1-ish.
Gosh, is that all?
Afraid so.
Feels as though we've been here for days.
At least. What a waste of a morning.
Not a dicky bird, apart from 2 wrong numbers and the man from British Telecom ringing to wish us good luck.
Nice of him to call, though.
Oh, yes.
Do you think we've made the right decision? Going into business by ourselves, Charles?
Probably. All new businesses are slow to take off. Once the word starts to spread among our clients about what good service we give, we'll be awash with work in no time, you'll see.
Trouble is, at the moment, we've got no clients to start the word spreading.
No, true. I tell you what, George.
What?
Let's go and have a bit of lunch while we talk it over.
Good thinking. Little pub across the way?
Perfect. After you, George.
No, after you.
Oh, fair enough.
But nice to get a little fresh air.
Yes, it will indeed. Quite a stuffy morning, all things considered.
Pardon?
Listen.
What?
Is that our phone?
Good Lord, I think it is.
Come on! It's locked. Keys, George, quick!
You've got them, Charles.
No, I haven't.
Yes, I quite distinctly remember saying, shall I keep the key? And you saying, no, I'll keep the one and only one till we have a copycat.
I don't remember saying any such thing, George.
But you did, Charles, you did. And then you carefully put the key in your back pocket.
I assure you, George, I have... Oh, yes, here it is, back pocket.
Quick, Charles, dash for it.
Right. Damn.
What now?
We'll wait for them to ring back.
Unless it was a burglar.
Oh, don't be silly, George. This is obviously a client, probably checking the number even now, prior to ringing us straight back.
Be-doo, 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 be-doo. Well, what do you think?
It's been nearly 10 minutes and they haven't rung back yet, so chances are they won't.
Until we start walking down the stairs again.
Exactly.
Perhaps one of us should go and the other stay. What do you think?
No, I'm not terribly keen on pub lunches by myself, particularly in unfamiliar pubs. You pop off and I'll hold the fort.
Well, I'm not too keen either, being honest.
Well, there we have it.
Leave the phone off the hook, perhaps.
Answer phone would be better answer. Leave your message after the pip sort of thing.
Surely we wouldn't get one in time to allow us to go to lunch today.
No, I shouldn't have thought so, no.
Tell you what, how about an office junior? School leaver. Could do the files, make the tea and answer the phone.
Apart from the fact we've got no files and the phone doesn't ring and an unemployed school leaver is unlikely to knock on our door in the next few seconds. Excellent idea, George.
Thought you'd like it.
Still, doesn't give us the answer to our lunch.
Phone off the hook's about the best for the moment.
Right. To the pub.
How's your sausage and chips, Charles?
By the taste of it, the usual fine mix of kesp and sawdust.
Same with my shepherd's pie. Tastes as though the shepherd's accidentally dropped his crook into the mixing bowl. And it's got ground down with a bone and gristle.
Yeah. Fairly typical pub fare, then.
Yes. We'll learn to love it in time, no doubt.
Not if that damn phone keeps ringing, I shan't.
It's just rather busy, isn't it?
It's amazing. We're running a business offering superb service of an unspecified nature and don't get a dicky bird. And this chap, who doesn't offer anything but booze and dodgy sausages, is snowed under with phone calls. That must be the 10th he's taken since we arrived.
Perhaps he's got a lot of friends.
I shouldn't have thought so. Not with the way he's been skulking around scowling is a fair indication of his normal demeanour.
You have a point. Must say, he does look a bit moody for a publican.
Probably a retired income tax inspector. Took this job to keep his hand in at spreading misery and depression. Talking of which, let's get back to our own business, or rather lack of it.
As you said in the office, early days.
More like a total daze. To be honest, George, I'm shattered. Our business ideas produce no reaction at all. And perhaps, no stronger than that, I may have got it quite wrong.
Wrong? You mean it may not be too good as an idea?
I mean slightly stronger than that, even. Perhaps we should think about calling it a day, close the office down, pack it up, give in, admit defeat, something like that.
It's only our first day. As you said, all new businesses are slow to take off.
I know, tragic. And that doesn't help. That damn telephone ringing away. Come on, George. Let's find out what this chap gets up to as a sideline to pulling pints.
Well...
Oh, come on. For all you know, he may even like us to take it off his hands.
Don't want it if it makes one that miserable. I'll stay and finish my kest.
Oh, all right, then.
No, it is not. Look, I don't care what number you've got written down there in black and white. It's nothing to do with me. I don't want to know what it's all about. I don't care what it's all about. Good day.
Excuse me.
What is it?
A bit of trouble?
You wouldn't believe it. Some idiot's only going to put my phone number in the paper under a false name. Phone hasn't stopped. See, here we go again. Hello? No, this is not anything legal. I don't know anything about anything legal, and I don't want to know anything about anything legal. So,
did you say anything legal?
Don't you start.
I was just referring to the name.
That's the false name that went with my telephone number.
Yippee! George, come quickly! Yippee!
That's all I need, a yodeling cowboy.
I say, you all right, Charles? You look a little apoplectic.
I'm positively ecstatic. You'll never guess.
What?
We're in business.
In business?
Yes, that telephone number we put in the paper with our advert is the wrong one.
How do you know that?
Simple. All the calls from our prospective clients have been flooding into the phone of our good friend here.
Good Lord. You mean you're anything legal?
Yes. Isn't it marvelous?
No, it is not. It is you two who've caused me all this irritation and general aggravation and helped to ruin what could have been a very pleasant morning.
Then what can I possibly say but what will you have?
Oh, well, that's different. A double anything will do very nice.
Oh, this calls for a celebration.
It most certainly does.
So, 2 halves for us as well.
Our very first job, Charles. Do you realize we've got our very first job?
Yes.
I simply cannot tell you how thrilled I am. How totally thrilled. Have you any conception at all as to how I feel at this moment, Charles?
Thrilled?
Got it. Right on the button.
Awfully good of the Publican to let us sit there till closing time waiting for further calls.
Yes. Funny how the phone didn't ring for so long after you gave permission, mind.
I agree. Very strange. Almost as though it knew we were waiting. Still, just managed to get that one important call before he closed.
Well, you got all the details, Charles. What did the chap say?
He asked why we had someone in our office calling, "Time, gentlemen, please."
Ah, that accounts for it.
Accounts for what?
Why, you said we were running a course for trainee publicans.
Well, it seemed the best answer in the circumstances.
Absolutely. Anyway, what's the job, Charles? Let's have a look at the details.
Right. I'll just find the crisp packet. Ah, here we are.
Well?
Oh, this is one for you, I think, George.
Really?
Should present no problem to a man with your way with words, your flair for the romantic.
Really?
Yes. The request is quite simple. Our client requires a paean of praise in the form of a simple poem to a puppet called Penelope. And we get £5 notes for our trouble.
£5? It's not much of a fee, Charles.
That's a start, George. The trouble is, of course, I can't write rhymes for toffee.
Coffee.
I beg your pardon?
A rhyme for toffee. Coffee.
See? Yes. I told you it was your cup of tea, George. I knew straight off. So on with the creative cap and a poem for Penelope.
Right. It'll be a bit strange saying romantic things about a lady who isn't Hillary.
Even stranger saying romantic things about Hillary.
True. Well, here goes for our first £5. A poem for Penelope.
Good chap. Off you go.
See now. Eyes like a startled doe, watching me come and go. No, makes it sound like a transfixed rabbit.
Now, I don't want to interrupt the flow, George, but how's it going?
Very good. To the end of the first line. Gets a bit sticky after that. Penelope, Penelope, a poem in your memory. What do you think?
Well, you had that 1 hour ago. Haven't you managed to come up with any more lines yet?
Yes, dozens. They're all perfectly potty and ripe for ripping up.
Rate your going, it's going to cost more than the £5 in paper.
I can't help it. Poetry is not a medium I would turn to in the normal course of events. My idea of relaxation is curling up with a good commercial.
Well, think of Penelope as a commercial and just write the perfect jingle, George.
Penelope beats as Penelope sweeps, as Penelope cleans sort of thing.
Yes. Something like that. Slightly more original, perhaps.
Right, here goes.
No, here stops, I'm afraid. This is where we get off.
Doesn't time fly when you're penning poetry?
Yes, or not penning it, as the case may be. We'll meet at the Dog and Duck later this evening, so you can show me the finished masterpiece.
Fine. Now you've given me the secret, I'll be finished in no time.
I'm pleased to be of help. George! Over here, George. I've already got one in for you. George, what on earth's the matter? You look perfectly ghastly.
And so I should, Charles.
Well, sit down and have a quick slug to revive yourself.
Oh,
What is it?
bad news, I'm afraid.
You haven't finished the poem.
Oh, yes. I finished it all right. It's beautiful, even though I say it myself. Quite the most beautiful commercial stroke poem that's ever been penned to a Penelope since poetry began, I shouldn't wonder.
Gosh, how did you manage it?
Got home, went to the study, pored over some Wordsworth, some Tennyson, then switched on the telly for the commercials. All to put myself in the mood. Went and locked myself in the loo and started to scribble. By the time Hilary had asked for the third time if I had an upset stomach, it was completed.
That's marvellous.
Not quite. When I went for my bath, I left the poem on the window ledge of the loo. Remembered it too late.
What reminded you?
Hilary's screams.
Hilary. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
So she must think...
Exactly. Looked like divorce at one point.
No.
Yes.
How on earth did you get out of it?
Well,
Yes?
well, by dropping you right in it as it happens.
What?
I'm frightfully sorry, old chap, but there was no other way. I mean, I couldn't tell it was our first job. We decided not to tell our wives we'd gone into business until we were a success. So, no other course open to me, I'm afraid.
What exactly did you say, George?
I went as near to the truth as I dared without giving anything away. I told her you'd asked me to write the poem to Penelope for you.
What?
Well, you did ask me to write it now, didn't you?
Yes, but... Oh, well, it's not too bad. As long as Marjorie doesn't get to hear of it, there's no damage done.
That was the bad news I mentioned earlier.
Bad news.
Hilary was on the phone reading it to Marjorie as I left the house.
Oh, for £5? You do realise, don't you? This will be the cheapest divorce on record.
You've been listening to Anything Legal by Wally K. Daly, starring Donald Hewlett as Charles and Michael Knowles as George, with Douglas Blackwell as the Publican. The theme music was written by Jim Parker, and the program was produced by John Fawcett Wilson.
And next week, George and Charles tackle a horrid child and a bizarre giant.
We present Anything Legal by Wally K. Daly, starring Donald Hewlett and Michael Knowles, with special guests Madeline Smith, Stephen Greif, Elizabeth Proud, and Francis Jeater.
Hey-ho, hey-ho, it's off to work we go. We work all day and get no pay. Hey-ho, hey-ho, hey-ho-ho, no, no. Better try another one. Not the most cheery of tunes to sing whilst I was waiting for the phone to ring. I said it's rather good. Almost a poem. Sing, ring. Ah, delicious. Nothing like the first sip of coffee in the morning to get one going. I wonder how Charles is making out delivering the ambassador's child to school. Not the most onerous of jobs, of course. Collect one brat from embassy every morning, walk it protectively to the prep school, then collect it at the end of the day and deliver it safe back home again. Money for old Faisal, as they say. Ah, that'll be him now. Must have forgotten his key. Hey-ho, hey-ho, it's to the door we go. Well, Charles, how did it go? Good Lord.
You must help me.
Of course, come in, come in. Would you take a seat?
Oh, you're too kind.
Now, how can I be of service, madam? Assist you, perhaps?
No, I need more than just a kiss.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I'm afraid I haven't got a proper hanky.
Will you do something legal for me?
I beg your pardon?
Your advertisement in the paper says anything legal, so would you do something legal for me?
Oh, that, the advert. Of course. Yes, we do anything legal as it happens.
We?
Well, my partner and I, Charles, he's off at the moment delivering an important package from an embassy to a seat of research and learning.
Oh, do you not do detective work then?
Detective work?
Yes, you know, following people for money.
Well, if there's money involved, naturally we would carefully consider any proposition. How much money were you thinking of exactly for whatever detective services you may be requiring?
£100 a day, plus expenses.
Here's looking at you, Blue Eyes. You've just bought yourself a gym shoe.
A gym shoe?
Sorry, silly me. I mean gumshoe, don't I? You know, a private dick.
A dick?
Yes, or an eye, whichever you prefer. Private anyway. And as soon as my partner gets back from his simple little assignment, which I'm sure will be shortly, we can be underway.
Come on, young man, you must go in.
I won't. I hate school.
If you don't go to school, how are you going to learn anything?
I don't want to learn anything. Learning's boring, useless and boring.
But if you don't learn anything, how are you going to get a job when you grow up?
I've already got a job. I'm going to be president of our country. Daddy's already arranged it.
Oh. Well, I suppose you do have a point then. Not much knowledge required to be a president, apart from dubbing people and milking the economy, that is. Surely there must be something about school you like.
Yes, playtime and going home. Oh, yes, and long holidays.
But someone else brought you to school before me, didn't they? This isn't first day of term.
I never went inside.
How on earth did you manage that?
A different servant brought me every day, and I told them that if they made me go inside, when I'm president, I'll have their heads chopped off.
Oh. Well, I suppose that does give one pause. So, what on earth did they do with you every day?
They took me to parks and zoos and Harrods, and they called me Your Excellency a lot.
So why have anything legal been given this job?
No servants left. Daddy found out about my truancy and sent them all home.
For a reprimand?
No, to have their heads chopped off.
Well, as an answer to the common code, it's a bit extreme. But probably preferable to trying to get you to school. Still, we've got to get you inside somehow. What would appeal to you in the way of encouragement to get you to go inside quietly?
A bribe.
A bribe?
Yes, money.
I beg your pardon?
10% of your fee for bringing me here and taking me home, payable in cash every Friday.
That's outrageous.
No, it's not. If you don't get me to school today, you're out of this job tomorrow, and you get no money. And you certainly won't get me in unless you pay me 10% of the fee to go in quietly.
Well, I'll be dashed.
Oh, don't be upset. It's good practice for me.
Practice?
Yes. If I get deposed as president, I'm going to set up as a theatrical agent.
Oh, well, put that way, 10% sounds almost reasonable. Morning, George.
Morning, Charles. Well, how'd you get on?
Damn Charles a monster.
Probably explains why no one from the embassy likes to take him.
There's no one from the embassy left to take him, George. He's had all their blinking heads chopped off.
I see. How does it taste?
Yes.
Someone give him a toy guillotine for Christmas?
Don't be facetious, George. No laughing matter. Good Lord.
Good Lord.
I say, George, do you see what I see?
What do you see, Charles?
There's a pretty young woman, all dressed in funereal black, sitting quite quietly crying in the corner.
It's our next case.
Next case?
Or to be exact, our first case in this case.
What are you talking about?
As private detectives, Charles.
Oh, we can't do that. I've seen all the Humphrey Bogart films. It can be very dangerous.
£100 a day, plus expenses.
Well, perhaps the films do exaggerate somewhat. What's the story?
Well, apparently this lady in the corner is fabulously wealthy in her own right.
Ah.
And recently fell for this character who swept her off her feet at one fell swoop.
That sort usually do.
They married in a trice and have honeymooned ever since. But recently, he has started leaving the house at the crack of dawn and not returning until dark, which she finds fairly fishy.
There's nothing fishy about that.
You don't think so?
No, I do the same sort of thing myself. It's called going to work.
Anyway, he's penniless, but because of her wealth, has no need to work.
Ah. How long has this idyllic honeymoon of theirs lasted now?
Just over a year and a half.
Well, there's your answer then.
Really?
Well, the poor blight is probably just popping off to rest up somewhere.
No, you see, as I was saying, they did stay for a month in Transylvania.
Transylvania?
It's Frankenstein, Dracula, you know, that lot. And she fears he may secretly have become a vampire and be afraid of sunlight, as they are.
You mean hiding up in a coffin during the daylight hours so he doesn't blister?
That's the stuff.
That's rather frightening. They attack young maidens, don't they?
They're the ones.
Did you check her neck?
First thing I thought of.
And?
Clean as a whistle.
Oh, thank goodness for that. You and I start going home with puncture marks on our throats. Marjorie and Hilary will be asking questions in no time at all.
True. So, what do you think? Shall we take it on?
100 a day plus expenses.
Awful lot of money to turn down per day.
Yes. It's going to be very heavy on expenses as well. What with wooden mallets and stakes and silver bullets. Not to mention solid gold crosses to make him go...
What do you mean?
You know, when you put a cross on their forehead for branding. Bring them back to God.
Oh, that.
Yes. Plus the fact you just wouldn't believe the price of garlic these days.
Garlic? Is that really necessary?
Essential. Making a necklace to keep them off your throat.
Hilary won't be too happy if I go home smelling of garlic, Charles.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Now, we best have a chat and get the measure of the lady.
Check the colour of her cash and what have you.
Don't be so coarse, George. We're not tradesmen. There's a suffering soul on show here, needing to be succoured and soothed.
Oh, you're right. Unforgivably mercenary on me.
Quite. We'll get the cash later on when she's leaving.
Fair enough.
Good morning, madam. I gather you have a little problem you wish to place in the hands of my partner and myself.
And I don't see or hear anything of him from that moment till he gets back home after dark.
I see. And have you actually had a little chat with him about what he gets up to when he's not with you?
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. He'd think I didn't trust him.
But surely you don't, do you? Otherwise you wouldn't be here hiring us to hunt him down now, would you?
Oh.
For goodness sake, George. Keep that tongue of yours under control. Took long enough getting her to stop in the first place.
Sorry, Charles.
I hope you are. She goes on crying at this rate. She's going to shrink our fitted carpet to the size of the average fireside rug. There. My partner didn't mean to say such an awful thing.
Oh, no. Slip of the tongue.
Oh, good. I'd hate anyone to think that I don't trust him. It's just that, you see, I do worry so much about my little Willy.
I beg your pardon?
My husband, William. My pet name for him is Little Willy.
Oh, I see, Little Willy. Yes, well, while we're on the subject of height, you could perhaps give us a brief description. He's little, you say?
6 foot 6 inches.
Lord. It's very big for little.
Oh, no. His height isn't the reason I call him Little Willy.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh. Right, well, we'd best get on.
I said just my pet name for him.
Of course. Any other distinguishing features apart from being a small giant?
He is a very rotund man.
Portly?
Plump?
Fat.
Right. Fat it is. Tall and fat.
He has a very large, bushy black beard.
Large, bushy black beard, tall and fat. Make it there, George.
Very well, Charles.
His eyebrows are very thick, and they join in the middle over his nose.
Eyebrows thick in the middle over the join on his nose.
Which is somewhat hooked.
Right, so there we have it. A very tall, very fat, bushy bearded, thick eyebrowed, hook-nosed husband. Yes.
You're quite sure you want us to find this man for you?
Oh, yes, I love him dearly.
Right. Find him we shall, madam. You can be sure of that. Anything legal has never let anyone down on a case yet.
Absolutely not. Though this is, of course, our very first...
Oh, George, for heaven's sake.
Sorry.
You will safely leave this with us, madam, and we will be in touch shortly with all the information you require.
You're too kind.
George, open the door, would you?
But of course.
You will do your best.
Depend on us, madam.
Well, goodbye then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, what do you think, Charles?
It's a sad case.
Yes. Where do we start, do you think?
Well, hard to know exactly, but... Oh,
yes?
We start by running after her. We've forgotten to get her name, address, and telephone number.
Look, so we did. Come on, Charles.
Funny way to start the day. Crouching in somebody's back garden at the crack of dawn, waiting for the recalcitrant husband to make a bolt for us. Ah, somebody moving at the upstairs window. Could be him. No. Good Lord, it's her. Totally in the... Absolutely. Startlingly so. I'd better look away. Yes, that's the answer. After all, I am a gentleman. No, I can't look away. I may miss him coming out. I try not to look at the window. A bit difficult, though. The light sort of pulls one's eyes to it. Good Lord. She's a well-built girl. Oh, the back door's opening. And there we have him. Head furtively poking out, peeping from left to right. And there he lumbers. No mistaking that face. The chase is underway.
Right, here we are. In you go, young man. I look forward to seeing you this evening.
Dinner money.
Sorry?
You haven't given me my dinner money. £5 for school dinners.
£5 for dinner?
Yeah.
What do you have? Champagne and quail's eggs?
It's a private school, remember, not subsidised state stuff.
Why don't your parents give it to you?
Afraid I might spend it on the way here. They give it to you at the end of the week, apparently.
Well, Charles didn't mention a word about this. But I suppose I'd better give it to you, as you do have to eat. There we are.
I should think so, too. See you tonight.
What an unsavoury child.
Hello, George.
Hello, Charles.
How'd you go?
The delivery?
Yes.
Fine. Just one thing. He asked me for a £5 for his lunch. You didn't tell me anything about a £5.
Oh, he's just trying it on. Practicing extortion for when he's president. Extricating money is a necessary skill, apparently. Still, no harm in it, as long as you don't give him the money.
Ah? He's very good at it, isn't he?
It?
Extricating money.
Oh, yes, make a fine president. So, you gave him the money.
Afraid so.
Never mind. We'll deduct it from his 10% of the weekend.
Good thinking, Charles. Wait a minute. What on earth are you doing here? You're supposed to be little Willy watching. Surely you haven't lost him, Charles.
No, I'm still on Willy watch, as it happens. Look over there.
Good Lord. Is that him?
Yes. Rather impressive, don't you think?
Absolutely. But what an amazing coincidence. He seems to be watching this school.
Yes, and not only the school, George. He watched you collect the boy from the embassy as well, then followed you here. Decidedly fishy, if you ask me, George.
I see.
It's food for thought here, George. Food for thought.
But it doesn't make any sort of sense. If, as you say, he's regularly watching me, watching the boy, while you're watching him, what is the point of it all?
Well, there's no arguing with it. He is as regular as clockwork. He keeps his eye on the embassy first, till you collect Monster, then follows you both to school. Then he goes on to Blackwood Forest, till it's time to come back and watch you collect Monster and deliver him back to the embassy again. It's been 5 days now, and the pattern hasn't changed by an iota. Hence the fact I feel free to come and have tea. Till it's time to trail him from forest to school again, that is.
Well, it's this forest thing that I find totally bemusing.
Well, it seems pretty straightforward to me.
But you say he's building a hut.
No, he's not building a hut, George. It's already there. You really must start concentrating.
Sorry, I'm just not used to this detective stuff.
He's simply fortifying it, covering it with logs and what have you, putting stout locks on the door, things like that.
What on earth for?
Lord knows. Perhaps he's doing it as a surprise treat for the wife. Weekend cottage sort of thing. Miles off the beaten track. Looking like he does, I suppose he'd want somewhere with a bit of privacy.
What did she say when you told her?
Oh, I haven't yet. I thought I'd give it a few days before bringing her up to date.
What, make the fee up to around £1,000 sort of thing?
Something like that. Anyway, looking on the bright side, she'll be pleased he's not a vampire. Saved her an awful lot in expenses for stakes and crosses and what have you.
Quite. Still, it's dashed odd. God, look at the time. I'm going to be late collecting the monster if I don't dash.
OK, off you go. And if you bump into little Willy, pretend you haven't noticed.
I say, you there? Can I help in some way?
Who are you?
I'm Miss Folliate, James' mistress.
I've come to collect my charge. Sorry, I'm late.
You're not a smoker by any chance?
No, I'm not.
Oh, pity that, because then you could stop and it would help your breathing enormously.
Yes, I suppose it would, but I don't.
Could always take it up for a while, perhaps, and then stop. No, better not. Might get to be a habit. Now, what can I do for you?
My charge from the embassy. Simon.
Simon? But he was collected ages ago. He said he was all right. As the agency was useless and sends different people every day.
What?
Well, I know it's somewhat rude to talk in such a fashion, but with Simon, you get used to it.
What did the man look like?
Oh, that's easy. Most memorable. Make a first-class front row forward. Well over 6 foot tall and round with a very large...
bushy beard?
Yes.
What about his eyebrows?
Eyebrows?
Yes. Did they meet in the middle over his hook of a nose?
Well, yes, they did, now you mention it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no? You mean something's wrong? The man shouldn't have been allowed to collect him?
No. Nothing could be further from my mind. In fact, everything's fine. Absolutely perfect, come to that. Yes, that's what it is. Absolutely perfect.
There you are, George. I say, you all right? You're a bit shaky.
He's got the boy.
What? Little Willy?
Perfectly dreadful. Kidnapped him from school.
Why?
Lord knows. Perhaps one of his relatives had their head chopped off by the father. He's out to get his revenge.
Chop the boy's head off.
Something like that.
That wouldn't do any good. He's still gone yapping. There's more to this than meets the eye.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Someone at the door. Could be news. Come.
Hello? Hope you don't mind me popping in unannounced like this. I'll be very brief. I was passing, and I thought I'd come and ask, not for details, but simply one question to put my heart at rest.
Feel free to fire away, madam.
Can you tell me? Is it serious?
Serious?
What my husband is getting up to.
Oh, that. Oh, your husband. Well, I think we can safely say, without fear of contradiction, that, yes, I'm sure we could. Couldn't we, George?
No hesitation whatever. Plain as a pikestaff, and as clear as a bell, not to mention as a driven snow.
You mean...
You could almost say that, yes.
Yes, I think you could, most certainly could. Almost.
I knew it. How could I have doubted him? My poor little Willy. That I should secretly have distrusted him. I am not worthy to be his wife. Please, I want you to drop this case immediately.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Ah, yes. Well, there is one small matter.
Oh, yes, of course, the money. How foolish of me.
No, not the money.
I was going to give you this as an interim payment in any case, but please accept it now as full payment for your troubles. 5 days, £500. Plus £100 to cover your expenses. Is that all right?
Yes, delightful. But,
You see, there is another
Oh,
thing.
please, don't tell me any more. I prefer not to know.
But you see...
No, please. I shall leave now. You have both been too kind.
What on earth do we do now, Charles?
well, we go straight off and find the boy.
Good thinking. But hadn't we better tell them at the embassy that their son's been kidnapped first?
No. Let's save that up until we see if we can get him back ourselves. After all, we are private detectives, aren't we?
Of course. And if we can find him, it'll be a pleasant surprise for them.
Oh, we'll find him, all right, George. No doubt of that. Because we know where to look, don't we?
The forest hut?
Exactly. Dash quiet here, George. Suspiciously so, don't you think?
Yes. Apart from the rustling of the leaves in the trees overhead, the branches breaking underfoot, the scurrying of animals, and the constant bird song, one could almost be in a quiet suburban side street.
That is arguably the most fatuous thing I've ever heard you say, George.
Really?
Really. In all our long years together, I've never heard you utter anything so unutterably silly as comparing a forest to a suburban side street.
I was only being agreeable. It was you who said it was quiet here.
I meant quiet as regards the hut.
Oh, the hut?
Yeah, look at it. Like an island in the clearing. All hushed. Door wide open. Not a single soul to be seen.
Oh, I see what you mean. It is somewhat hushed, isn't it? Shh. Pardon?
I say, shh. I thought I heard some fellow wailing.
Surely not.
Oh, dear, what can I do?
There it is again. It's coming from the hut.
I think we'd better go and investigate, George.
Do you really?
Come on, George. Don't hang about.
It's dashed dark in here.
Yes. I can only make out the one form.
Little Willy?
Yes. Seems to be sobbing somewhat.
He's probably eaten the boy up and got indigestion.
Well, there's certainly no sign of him. Better tackle little Willy about it.
Do you think it'll be safe?
We'll be brusque. That always helps.
Never fails.
Well, this is a fine to-do, I must say.
Oh, no. It's the police. My misdeed has caught up with me. Just this once in my life I've broken the law, and now I'll pay the price.
I'm afraid so. So, where is the boy?
His hat and shoes aren't here, so you can't have eaten him. I mean, he'd spit those bits out, wouldn't you?
The boy, I took him straight home as soon as I saw the error of my way.
Ah.
You see, I have a sorry tale to tell. Please listen. Pray silence while I tell it.
Oh, goody. I like a good story.
Oh, George, please.
Perhaps it would be as well if you sat down. It's a bit long.
Fine.
Yes, fine.
Mush up a bit, George. This log's somewhat cramped.
You see, all my life I wandered lonely, a sweet, gentle soul wrapped up in an ugly, gargantuan body, a face of evil, but a heart that was pure. But nobody could see this purity within, and never did I find one who would love me in spite of my grossness. Until a year and a half ago, a maiden so sweet, so delicate, so pure of heart as to make an angel blush, looked into my eyes and saw the true goodness behind the yuck. You're nice were the first words she ever said to me. We fell in love. We married. I had no work. The only thing I'd been offered was as a bouncer in a local dance hall. And I hate hurting people. But she was rich beyond imagining, so it didn't matter until some weeks ago we were passing a jeweler's shop and she saw a diamond ring that she thought was lovely. What a pity we never got engaged, she said, with a careless laugh. And we walked on, You see, we never got engaged. But I vowed I would get her that ring. But how? I had no job, no money. I couldn't ask her for the money, could I? Even though she would have given it to make me happy. And then madness struck me down. I conceived a devilish plan. I would kidnap a child and demand the price of the ring for its return. I prepared this hut and picked a likely child from the embassy. Today I took him, but immediately realized the folly of what I'd done.
You wanted a percentage, I suppose.
Don't interrupt, George.
No, it wasn't only that. It was the realization I was doing wrong, that I would sully our love by getting the ring dishonestly. I took the boy straight back to the embassy and came here to cry my sorrow to the night. And now I'll never be able to afford the ring for my love. Never.
How much exactly was this engagement ring?
£600, including VAT.
Yes. I felt in my bones it would be about that.
Charles, you're not going to... Oh, you're not, are you? Dash it, I can see it in your eyes. You are.
What other choice do we have?
I suppose you're right, but golly.
Now, Willy, I'm here to tell you we are not from the police, but from the embassy.
What?
Yes. And your action today, ill-conceived though it was, foiled a real kidnap attempt.
Really?
George, keep out of this, please. In fact, it was your presence frightened the kidnappers away, and the ambassador, to show his gratitude, sent my partner and I to deliver this to you.
But it's full of money.
Yes. I think you'll find it to be £600 exactly.
Oh, how can I ever thank you both?
It's not us you have to thank. It's your...
George?
Somebody else.
Well, if you'll excuse me, my partner and I must be off about our business.
Anything legal?
That's the one.
You've been listening to Anything Legal by Wally K. Daly, starring Donald Hewlett as Charles and Michael Knowles as George. Also this week, Madeline Smith featured as Isabel, wife of Little Willy, Stephen Greif as Little Willy, Elizabeth Proud as Simon, and Frances Jeater as Miss Folliate. The theme music was written by Jim Parker, and the programme was produced by John Fawcett Wilson.